world today. Say hi, Snoopy. Hi. Yeah. Today I thought I'd do a book review because everyone likes to read a book, despite the fact we have like technology and that. We all need sometimes to pick up a good book, a proper book. Okay. So we're gonna look at some books, aren't we, Snoop? Hey. Now these are all going to be in a random order. I did think of putting them in like subjects or themes or whatever, but then I thought, screw it, let's do it. You know, let's just review them as they come off the pile. So first of all, we've got show your ears, cat. First of all, we've got a dog book. Ooh, dog book. You want to go down? Come on then. There we go. It's called My Name is Moose, and it's about a miniature schnauzer called, strangely enough, Moose, and about his life with his owner, Martin Osborne. It's full of beautiful photographs because Martin Osborne is primarily a photographer, and he's got some lovely little pictures in, like that one, and that one's amazing, and this one. So it's got some really good pictures in, and it's a really moving little story, and I love it. Okay, so first book off the bat, My Name is Moose. Then we have this one, The X-Men. I have a very soft spot for this film, mainly because it was the first movie I seated when I was an usher at Cineworld. So I've got quite a UGC, big fan. So I've got quite a soft spot for this movie, and I like it anyway. My favourite character would be probably Jean Grey, probably Mystique. Who's your favourite character from the X-Men? Tell me down below, okay? Only the original though, don't worry about the sequels, it's just real. Alright, just a sequel. I want to know who your favourite character is from the original X-Men, okay? My favourite manga, Case Closed, written by Goshio Oyama. It's about a little boy, well actually he's a 70-year-old boy called Jimmy Kudo, who ends up being a little guy called Conan O'Dogarra, if you want to know why I read this story. But he's basically sort of a Sherlock Holmes, a child Sherlock Holmes. He's awesome. If you want to know why he ended up being a 17-year-old boy in a 6-year-old body, read the book. You'll love it, I promise. Then we have this one, which I actually got free from a library. It's called Witch and Wizard, and I got this free from the library, and I fell in love with it. I absolutely fell in love with it. James Patterson is a fairly prolific author. He doesn't just do children's things, he does quite a lot of adult stuff as well. He's very good. This is fantastic. In fact, I love this so much I went out and bought the sequels because I thought it was fantastic. So yeah, Witch and Wizard. About a wizard called I'll get this right in a minute. A witch called Wit and a wizard called, never mind, Wit and Wisty, basically. They're called Wit and Wisty. Okay. Science fiction fan, obviously I'm going to enjoy Red Dwarf. This is Infinity Welcomes Careful Drivers and Better Than Life. One's about basically the first episode of how he got on board Red Dwarf. It's got some in-depth stuff about how Lister finally got to Red Dwarf, and the second one's basically about this game Better Than Life, where if you've seen the game Better Than Life, you will know, you know, if you've seen the episode about the game Better Than Life, you know can be quite a lot of fun. I wouldn't mind having a go at Better Than Life myself. So yeah, Red Dwarf, Better Than Life, and Infinity Welcomes Careful Drivers. Now, speaking of science fiction, this Delta Quadrant is actually, if you're a fan of Voyager, which I am, I have a Voyager book somewhere. There we go. We'll do these two together. I'm a major Star Trek Voyager fan, and I love Tom Paris. So this was a good book. This is my favourite Star Trek Voyager story, The Murdered Son by Christy Golden. Christy Golden is awesome. And I also got this one, which is called Delta Quadrant. It's basically a review of every episode of season 6 of Voyager. Some of it's hilarious. There's lots of reviews in it. There's lots of bloopers and continuity mistakes, and I love all that stuff. So there you go. If you ever wanted to know about the inside thing on Voyager's episodes, this is a good one to get. Unfortunately, he didn't do a sequel, which is a shame. because I would have liked him to have carried on all the way to the end of season 7, but he didn't, so never mind. Next thing we have is this one, The Last Detective. Leslie Thomas, I don't know much about Leslie Thomas's writing other than this particular book, but The Last Detective features my favourite actor, Peter Davison, so I had to have a normalisation of this really also, which is why I've got every Doctor Who novel that he featured in, because his season of Doctor Who was my favourite. So these here are actually very, very rare now. You can only get them in specialist Doctor Who shops like the one in Uxbridge in London. They do have original novels, but they don't have these based on the TV show that much anymore, which is a shame because they're really good. They should never have gone out of print. The only place, like I said, you can get them is specialist Who shop now. So, but that's one of my favourites, The Ark of Infinity, because that featured Colin Baker, who I also like, so that was quite good. Two or three biographies, autobiographies, if I can get hold of them. Starting off with this one, Benedict Allen, who's sort of Bear Grylls, you know. He's an explorer, he's a traveller, he does kind of really out of there travelling. This one is my favourite, it's called Into the Abyss, which is based on his show Ice Dogs. If you like animals, especially if you like dogs, you're going to love this. If you like snow and you like dogs, this, honestly, this is heaven for me. I loved it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I think my favourite dog, I'm not sure which one that is, but my favourite dog was definitely Flashy. Flashy was such a cute dog. Now, Bernard, the old, whatever he was, really old, floppy dog. So, but this is an amazing story about how he goes to Russia, up to Chukotka, and tries to get across the Bering Strait with nothing else other than a sled and some dogs. It's very good. Then we have The Diary of Anne Frank, and before you do it, I don't want to hear any anti-Jewish Holocaust rants in my timeline. Any that are put there will be deleted, okay? I don't want to hear it, okay? I'm just telling you what books I like. One of them is this one, The Diary of Anne Frank, which is brilliant. Good sort of experience of what a teenager went through in the World War. Very, very moving and very sad. Shame that the only person to survive was her father, because she was awesome. She said, I want to go on living after my death. Well, through this novel she's done exactly that. Good on her. Brilliant book. And then we have this one, which is a hell of a lot, it's not quite accurate, but is a hell of a lot more accurate than Memoirs of a Geisha. This is a good story from Miniko Osaki, and it's basically about the life of a geisha from being a little girl when you go into a geisha house, or kia I believe the word is, until you become natural geisha. So, yeah, that's really good. I love Japanese culture, so I really like that one. I'm also a railway fan. Yes, I'm a girl who likes railways. Amazing, isn't it? So some of my favourite railway books, 4 Foot 8.5 and all that, which is very comical. It's very easy to read. It's only got like 67 pages. It's the tiniest book in the world in regard to its length, but it's hilarious. It's funny, it's hilarious. It tells you a lot of facts about railways in a really charming way. It's absolutely gorgeous. So if you really want a funny book about railways to help you understand any of the history of the railways, I recommend 4 Foot 8.5. Okay, for a lot of my life as a child, especially during summer, I used to stay at my grand's house. My grand's house lived in Exeter. I love Exeter, I love the South West. So obviously one of my favourite books is going to be this one. Rail Centres Exeter. It's got loads of pictures of Devon in it. It's just absolutely beautiful. Loads of pictures of railways and a lot of nostalgia for me actually, because there were some pictures in there. There's actually a picture of my grand's house in this, which is quite cool. She lived in a place called St James's Park. If you're a football fan, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, that little, right at the centre of the railway, with those bridge cottages that go across the top. The one in the corner, right in the corner, is my grand's. or it was, not anymore. But yeah, there you go, Railway Centres Exeter. If you're really into railways, there's actually tons of them. There you go. One of them, there's one with Crewe, something with Crewe. Can't have railway centres without Crewe. No way. So yeah, there you go, hundreds of them. So if you like railways, or if you like Exeter, or if you like any of these other places here that have a special meaning for you, there you go. I'd get one of these. They are really, really beautiful. My favourite, now, two at once now, because my favourite two sets of trains in the world are these things, the first generation DMU, and these things, Class 50s. Is that 50? Yeah, it is Class 50. Class 50s. I'm also really into Class 37s, so these two are just, yeah. I think this one my husband bought me as a birthday present, Christmas present. Just gorgeous. It's full of colour photos, it's absolutely beautiful. Same with this one. Again, one of these has a picture in the southwest of one of these, gone past my grand's house, which is quite good. So two absolutely gorgeous books for any railway enthusiast. I would buy these. These are just absolutely incredible. Gorgeous. Okay, on to my favourite book of all time. I read this when I was 13 years old, strangely enough, and I've loved it ever since. I've grown up with it and I just love it. Adrian Mole. This is actually several of his books bunked together, but if you can buy the whole lot, that's fine. Yeah, Adrian Mole is my favourite fictional character in the world. Absolutely adore him. Unfortunately, Sue Townsend has now died, so we don't see how the story ends, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Sue. But I love Adrian Mole. I've grown up with him. He and I are the same age. You know, I've grown up with this character and I love him. I can highly, thoroughly recommend The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole and all its sequels. Every single one. I have no problem with Adrian Mole at all. Or Sue Townsend, right? And she's fantastic. And any book you can get by Sue Townsend is good. Her writing's peerless. She's fantastic. So, there you go. Secret Diary of Adrian Mole. Highly recommended. Anything by Sue Townsend. Highly recommended. Okay. Don't know how many of you know, but I'm actually of Irish descent. Both sides. You know, I've got a granddad from Cork and a step-granddad from Belfast. So, a few books in regards to Ireland and Belfast. I have, to start, this book. Tom Bradby's writing is incredible. He's absolutely wonderful. It's my favourite book by him. It's called Shadow Dancer. There was a film made of it which is completely different to this. My suggestion is think of them as two separate entities because they're both totally different. They're just not the same at all. In this, she is Shadow Dancer. In the film, her mom is Shadow Dancer. So it's you know, a lot of it's been switched around. Both are very good, but they've been switched around. So don't relate the two. Otherwise, you can get very confused. But this is just fantastic. I also recommend Tom Bradby's other books. Master of Rain, Blood Money, God of Chaos, The White Russian. I've probably missed one. If I have, Tom, I am incredibly sorry. But yeah, Tom Bradby's awesome. And so is Shadow Dancer. If you're wondering why I'm recommending that under my Irish stuff, it's set in Belfast. Then we have a bit lighter stuff. This is called the Book of Fecking Irish Slang. Just for an example, I can't read it, I haven't got my glasses on. Never mind. But it's just slang words from Ireland and Northern Ireland and whatever. And there's a whole group of these. The Book of Fecking Irish Slang, the Book of Fecking Irish Insults, the Book of Fecking Irish Jokes. I've got most of them. They're funny, they're just a bit of fun, but I wouldn't try them out on anybody unless you want your clock cleaning, to be honest. Okay? I am trying to learn Irish, proper Irish. You know, not Irish slang, Irish. And I'm not doing very well. I've got a book to try and help me, but I'm not getting very far. But I'm doing my best. This is one of the funniest books I've ever read. If you want to see someone who knows how to use this book, because they actually do speak Irish, I would recommend How to speak Irish. It's a video by Claire Zare. It's down in the description. I will put it there because she does it absolutely perfectly. I'm rubbish, to be honest, so I'm not going to try, but she's great. I'll put a link in the description to that. She's brilliant, and I recommend her channel too. She's just wonderful. Okay, and the book, of course, by Belfast. This was actually sent to me as a birthday present by my friend Minx, who lives in Belfast, and it's just beautiful. It's got lots of gorgeous colour pictures in. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Isn't that awesome? Isn't that lovely? Wow. Yeah, so yeah. This is just beautiful. Highly recommend that one. Okay, we were talking about Japan earlier on. So, let me grab these. Give me a second. Okay, Japan. And I said I wasn't going to do it as themes, but the themes seem to be popping up with the books the way my books are laid out, which helps. Okay, Japan. First of all, I have this book, The Battle Royale. The only reason I am a pacifist, I have a high moral code, I'm a pacifist, I usually stay away from anything that's inherently violent. However, the premise of this was so intriguing, I couldn't resist it. So, this is a story about the whole sort of structure in Asia's collapsed. It's totalitarian, the kids are running riot. So what they do, they basically get these kids, stick them on an island and let them kill each other. With a ring around their neck. Yeah, not fun. But it is a very good premise and it was really interesting. I liked it. I haven't read it all the way through. Yes, I have read it all the way through because the tag is missing. So yeah, I have. It was really good. The film is good too, although I haven't had the guts to watch it all the way through yet because, like I said, I'm a bit squeamish. But I'm getting there. I really recommend this. However, may I stress this is for people over the age of 18 and not under. Okay, if you're under 18, this book is not for you. No matter how much you like your manga or your cult Japanese stuff, this is not for you. Okay, this is for adults only. Okay. Something a bit more nice and light-hearted we have. I Am Maru. Yes. Yes, we all want to go along and sing Big Pink Blanket now, don't we? I love the people. Yeah. I'm sure you've seen videos of Maru on YouTube. Sweetest little thing in the world. Ona Mugu, whatever he's called. Mugu. Yes. This is a book, basically, if you've seen Maru on YouTube, you'll know what I'm talking about. Gorgeous cat. And this book is wonderful. It's written in Japanese and English. So if you're learning Japanese characters, this is great. Fabulous book. Okay, and absolutely gorgeous, beautiful colours. And if I can just show you this is the best book. Hang on. Here you go. Take the cover off, and you get this. Is that magic? Sneak into boxes like he has a tendency to do. I think it's in the waste paper bin there. Which is quite good. Needs a new. Now that's typical Maru, isn't it? In the box? Yeah, typical Maru. Or in a bag. There you go. So I recommend it. I Am Maru. I'll put a cover because I'm not really well. Okay, finally for the moment, regarding Japan, we have this big book that my husband bought me as a Christmas present. Look at the size of this. I mean, I ask you, I can't find any shelf in my closet that fits this because it's so big. But it is the most gorgeous book in the world. It's not got that much info in. It's only got like this sort of down the side of a page. But it doesn't matter because you'll be so enamoured by all the beautiful pictures in it. See what I mean? You'll be so enamoured by all the beautiful pictures in it you won't care. Honestly, look at that. Isn't that incredible? Gorgeous book. Recommend that one. It's called Japan Secrets from the Land of the Rising Sun. Gorgeous book. I don't know where he got it from. I have no idea. So I can't really tell you where to get one. But isn't that adorable? Okay. We'll go next. How about I'll just pick these up for these are random. There we go. Sometimes you just want to read a book that's not too hard to read, or you just want to read something silly, funny. You want to read something that's silly and funny and just nonsense. Got a few of them. We have Sign Spotting. I love the Sign Spotting series. There's also Sign Language. And I also found this one, which is a bit off the cuff. It's not one of sign languages, it's not one of Sign Spotting, it was just there, you know. But it's just as good. All the, you know, funny signs, bad English, foreign English that just doesn't make any sort of sense. Or some of it's Yorkshire. This one's actually from Dalesman. These are Yorkshire signs that don't make any sense. Which I suppose if you don't live in Yorkshire, yeah. Okay, but yeah. I love little things like funny signs and Sign Spotting and all that, and really good. Yeah. And back to railways for a minute, because I've just found this on the floor. Wonderful World of Victorian Railways by Terry Deary. Terry Deary, of course, best known for his doing of the, what's it called, help me, oh, Horrible Histories. He's the writer of the Horrible Histories, which are brilliant. These are a bit more adult than the Horrible Histories, but they are very, very good. He's written this one, he's written one about the Romans, the Victorians, and a couple of others, I think. This is my favourite, obviously, because I'm a railway nut. This is my favourite one. And it tells you a lot about Isambard Kiddenborough now, who I absolutely love. So I recommend that one if you're a railway lover, especially if you like humour. Okay, for those of you who are into the careers of journalists, but not journalists yourselves, there are a few books you might like. First of all, this one. It's called In Harm's Way. It's by the wonderful Martin Bell, who is actually a hero of my own hero, Bill Neely, if that makes any sense. My hero Bill Neely hasn't written a book yet. I wish he would. I think he'd be brilliant. Come on, Bill, write a book, damn it. Okay. It's about the Bosnian War, and he doesn't hold back in this. He talks about his anger at what went on, and he goes really in depth into the whole conflict. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So we've got that one, In Harm's Way by Martin Bell. Next up we have my other all-time favourite journalist aside from Bill Neely, Kate Adie. I adore Kate Adie. I think she's brilliant. And this is a book about her career in The Kindness of Strangers. It's about, there's been tons of things she's done. You know, it talks about Libya, it talks about Saudi, it talks about a career in Northern Ireland, it talks about her career in China. The thing about Tiananmen Square, it's got absolutely everything in this. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. And it's full of humour too. She's quite a humorous person, is our Kate Adie. Very warm, very funny. She's really good. I know on screen she's sometimes appeared to be sort of very unemotional, but she's not. She's brilliant. Her warmth comes through in this book. It's really funny. So, yeah, someone else I recommend? Kate Adie, Kindness of Strangers. And last of all for the moment is this one, Under the Wire, by Paul Conroy. It's about his last assignment that he did with Mary Colvin, who I rate very highly. Set in Bab-el-Mana in Syria during the war. That we've got a ceasefire now. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Well, partial ceasefire anyway. And again, this is quite humorous, even though it's very, very sad and it's quite gruesome in places. Paul Conroy has a wicked sense of humour, so which is something you probably need in a war zone. Very, very good. I also have Maria's the complete works of Maria Colvin, which I also highly recommend. I just don't have it with me at the moment, but this is great. Yeah, and Maria Colvin's book is absolutely brilliant. One other book I should get, but I haven't got already, is what's it called? All Hell Broke Loose by Richard Engel. Richard, I will get your book at some point, I promise. So there you go. Some of my favourite books, and I hope you like my suggestions. If you've got any suggestions for really good books, especially as I'm pursuing a career in journalism, if you've got any journalism book you can recommend for me, please drop it in the comments. I'd be interested to hear it.